Hello everybody. Basically what you're watching right now is a continuation from the last videotape, which says that, which is March 15th, 2004, where Crystal is talking about her relationship with Jeremy. Me being Crystal. I'm sick, so that's why you can't really hear me very well. I last left off, very ironically, how it just left off right there. Right when the tape ended. That, when Jeremy and I were having a conversation about kids and things, I thought I got into a marriage where we had wanted basically the same things. We both wanted to love each other, we both wanted to have a couple of kids and own a house or two, some dogs, and, own a business maybe one day, or just make a lot of money. It wasn't really a lot of talk about the future, but I know we had talked about some things like that, and I know definitely one thing was about kids. And he's like, well, some people change, and I'm like, so you tell me you don't want kids? And he was like, yeah. I even asked him, I says, do you see your children in my eyes anymore? Because I remember when he first said that to me, and he said it to me a couple times. I just thought it was the sweetest thing that anybody could ever say. And when I asked him that today, Sunday I mean, he was like the I'm sorry look, like, you're not the one I want, or I don't want your children, you're scaring me, lady, I don't even want anything to do with you. That's what I'm hearing, is that I'm really that horrible person that's made him change his mind about kids. And that makes me so sad. That makes me so sad that I can't even have my dream to be a mother and a wife and a big family of my own, to add to my own big family, because my husband's changed his mind only 2 years or a year into the game. And he gave me no hope today. No hope that he would ever change his mind. No hope that it wasn't about timing. I mean, he was giving me the timing excuse for months now. But he's not even giving me the timing excuse now. He's giving me the fact that he's changed his mind about kids. And he doesn't want them. And if he's watching this now, and this happens to be untrue, please let me know. Some way, somehow, let me know this is all some figment of my imagination or something, because I could have sworn that you told me that if I stayed with you, I could not have kids. It was very hard for me to leave that subject alone today, to get to work on time, to get to work and take Candace to work, because it happened to be the first time I had to do that. And I didn't want to let Candace down by being late and emotional, so I told Jeremy I was okay. I told myself I was okay. And the whole time in the car, I was just crying. I couldn't. It's not so much about the kids, it's so much about my life. My life is going to be meant for what? The things I want? Not really, if I can't have what I want. Because it would be one thing if I didn't want kids, but I do. I want at least one. I want at least one of my own, with maybe my husband that wants to be with me. And then all this other talk about how he doesn't understand me and how he doesn't really know me or care to know me or care to get to know me. I mean, does he ever want to know what I'm truly feeling about school, about the kids, about my mom, about anything? He doesn't ever get inside my head. Not like I get inside his. Not like I try to get inside everybody I meet. I just want a deeper love than I have right now because it's not satisfying to me. I mean, maybe this world is better off if I didn't have a kid. I mean, look at me. I'm having so many problems because I'm my own father's daughter and my own mother's daughter, and look at me. I'm just crazy. I'm so fucked up. But there's only been one person ever in my life to make me feel fucked up. That's my own husband. I've never had anybody make me feel so ashamed of myself like he is. And that's not love. If he makes me feel ashamed of myself, if he doesn't help see the beauty in me, if he doesn't help see the good in me, if he lowers my self-confidence to make me think that I'm messed up, it's not love. That's not love to take a person's dream and just say, sorry, I've changed my mind. He keeps talking about, well, if you want a kid so damn badly, go have one, but I ain't gonna be the one that gives it to you. He's said stuff like that. You can go have a kid. I'm not trying to stop you from living your life. It's like, you know what? I have two choices here. Either I can stick with the man that I chose to marry, or I can leave the man that I chose to marry to go have a kid with some other man I didn't choose to marry. It's like, no, that's not the point here. The point is, I need you to compromise with me. Figure out a way to make me happy and make you happy. Whether it be to learn to love me all over again, or learn to just tell me that you don't want me. You don't want me. What do you want me for, if you want me at all? If you want me for anything, it's to help you have a good roof over your head. It's to help you have your life stable and your next fling. I don't know what the hell I'm here for. I don't know what the hell I'm here for. All night I've been trying to convince myself that I chose Jeremy. I'm the one that chose him. From the very beginning, from the very end, I am the one that wants him in my life. So I choose not to be a mother. I chose that. But how could I possibly have chosen that? At work today, they made some copies of a book, kind of like a lesson guide program thing. And I was supposed to bind it, so I coil bound it, and when I was binding it, it looked kind of interesting. It was talking about personality types and stuff. And because, you can't just sit there and start reading the customer's work, I did the next bad thing, and I went and copied a book for myself and stole it so that I could read it later. I was reading that after I got home tonight. Instead of going inside the house after I got home, I stayed out in my car because I knew he would appreciate his gameplay without me breathing over his neck. And I would appreciate my one-on-one time thinking about the things I wanted to think about. Because I couldn't shake it. I could not shake it how I wasn't going to be a mother if I stayed with him. And I don't want to think about my life without him. Every time I try to think about my life without him, I think about me in a different house because, of course, we couldn't share this one anymore. I think about what would I do? Who would I be with? What is the purpose of all this crap? I mean, I so much deserve better than all this. I really do. I deserve to have what I want. I deserve to have a husband that wants what I want. Wants me to have what I want. He even said that. He says, I want you to have what you want. But I'm like, why don't you let me have it then? He says, I won't be the one to give it to you, but I want you to have it. I want you to have whatever it is you want. The personality thing said that, I'd have to read it word for word, but it said that there's a personality type called the rational who doesn't like people's emotions to get in the way of talking. So a lot of times the rational person tends to be quiet, tends to be a loner, tends just to not always be the most social person. And that's what I've discovered. That's what Jeremy is. Jeremy is a loner. Jeremy is the one that doesn't want to hear any emotional baggage. He doesn't want to hear mine. He doesn't want to hear anybody's. So that's what made me walk in the house tonight without badgering him with my emotional shit. That's what made me pull out this video camera now and not talk to him about my emotional shit, because it's not that I can't talk to him, it's that he doesn't want me to, and so it makes it more difficult for me to talk to him. The personality type that I found that I was like, it's called the organized, and there's also loving and energetic ones. But the organized said that tends to be emotional, tends to be more verbal, needs likes to explain things to people, likes to give people advice, likes to be organized and have the same routine every day. And that's me. That's so me. And I've got a few loving, energetic, and loner things in myself too. But I think I'm most likely like an organized person, which isn't... I'm not really to the T when it comes to organization. But when it comes to my life, I like to be a little bit organized. I've got a big nose, huh? See, my head feels kind of clear right now. My head feels like, okay, Crystal, you said it all. You can go to bed now. You can quit talking about it. But when I start to think about it again, what's going to happen? That's what scares me. What's going to happen? I don't want to think about what's going to happen because I'm afraid of the worst. I'm afraid that I'm going to want to divorce him. Not because I don't love him, but because I don't feel love from him. I don't feel like he loves me enough to not be selfish. If he doesn't want a kid in his life, and I do. Who needs to be the unselfish one? Me or him? Because both of our wants are selfish. Both of them. I want a kid in my life to make me feel like a whole person. To make me feel like I've done one of the many things I'd like to do before I die. To make me feel complete. He doesn't want to have a kid for his selfish reasons. He doesn't want the bother, he doesn't want the pain, he doesn't want the hassle, he doesn't want the debt. He doesn't want to be proven wrong. He doesn't want to see his mother in me. I don't know. Whatever his reasons are, they're for selfish reasons, I think. So I called him up tonight and I said I needed to resolve this, and he's all, of course you do. It's like, hey, you could be a little bit nicer about this here, buddy. I'm not trying to start a fight. And he's all, what? And I was like, well, I've decided not to be selfish. I'm going to do whatever it takes to love you, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to just keep you in my life. I'm not going to be poking holes through condoms to try to get pregnant. I'm not going to try to seduce you into wanting something you don't want. And I'm really hoping, what I'm hoping is that something will turn his head, make him change his mind. Whether it be about me or it be about my life. See, well, I got one part of my brain going, okay, Crystal, you're done. Go to bed. It's time to go to bed. You finished telling everybody about your week. But then I want to go in bed, and I want to think, tomorrow's just another day. What do I want? It's like 2 o'clock in the morning right now. What do I want? Tomorrow morning I'm going to get up after hardly any sleep, go work out, come home, make breakfast, get ready for work, go to work, run around on my feet all day, get a lunch break, run around on my feet some more, and then clock out and go home. And that's when I start my weekend. Tomorrow's my Friday. And when I start my weekend, I've got things I need to do. I've got things I gotta plan for. Miss Sarona's letting me teach the class on Wednesday. So on Tuesday I need to get my stuff ready. Get things going. So I can't be preoccupying myself with this problem. The problem of my life, the problem of where it's going to be headed. I'm going to stay off birth control, at least until August. In August, that's the time I want to get pregnant. In August, that's also the time that Castle Hill is hiring, so I can apply that job if I want to do that. If September rolls around and I get my period, I think I'm going to go on birth control. Because I need to start coming into terms with reality. That if for some fluke of nature it doesn't happen by August, that I'm not going to be a mother. And it's not like August is the last time for me to have kids, but I'm having so many emotional problems just trying to get my husband to want kids with me, that if I just get back on birth control in September, I won't have to worry about if I'm pregnant, or could I get pregnant, or could I convince him that pregnancy is okay. September, once I get birth control, it'll be the furthest thing from my mind, pregnancy and stuff. Because I can't get pregnant, so therefore I'm not going to try to. Therefore I'm not going to try to convince him. This is what I'm saying now, but so much can happen in a few months, so maybe I'll remember this, maybe I won't. All I know is that I don't want to change my whole life plan just because I don't feel the connection with him now. We might later. We might not. I might be one of those bitter old ladies that you see on the street, nagging at their husbands and wishing they had kids. But they'll never admit it as a naggy old lady. Why? Because people will just think of them as soft. And once you're denied your right to be a woman, you can't be soft anymore. That is my right as a woman. That's my right as a woman, is to be a mom. If he doesn't grant me that right, then there's really no point for me to live. Is that wrong for me to say? I know everyone's like, oh, Crystal, you're so dumb, don't be thinking like that. But I'm serious. My right as a woman is to be a mom, a sister, a daughter, and a friend. And of course I forgot wife. But see, he won't even let me do that. He'll just rather have a bowl of cereal rather than a good home-cooked meal. I'm done complaining. It's feeling too negative. But I'll keep you up to date if he wants to talk to me, if he wants to negotiate something. Negotiate what? What could he possibly negotiate? No negotiation, I just need a miracle. Or I need to get creative. That's it for now. You guys can talk to me later. 'Cause I'll talk to you later.